I know what you want. Same thing everyone wants. You want to know about them. Don't worry about it. I don't mind. I could talk about them all day. Because, well, they changed everything, didn't they? Saved everyone. So, buy me a drink, pull up a chair, pin back your ears. Let me tell you all about the champions of Anteria. It started small, like these things do, just the three of them at the beginning. Vargas, a former sergeant-at-arms of the Crown Legion, turned mercenary when the Legion fell apart. Now he's a lost warrior looking for a just cause, which is fancy bollocks talk, for he wanted a really good fight. Brother Anselm, a wandering warrior monk, not the type to sit by your sickbed. He was cast out of his Frostbeard tribe on account of having committed an unspeakable crime. He went vegetarian. There's nothing he likes more than a good stiff carrot and calling down the lightning with his huge hammer. In a peace-loving and deeply spiritual way, obviously. Nusala, tired of picking sand out of everything, this former desert warrior left to travel the world, the bits without sand. She found acceptance without judgment traveling with the other two, while they liked that she could hit a fly in the unmentionables at 200 yards. Each of the three had come from Anteria. Each had their reasons to leave. Now they all heeded the siren song of home. Well, I say that. There was also the widely reported unpleasantness with the Duchess of Threepvale, a basket of winter vegetables, and a missing chess piece. Anyway, Anselm remembered this place. But times change. Ah, now, visit beautiful Anteria. Come for the troll-infested mountains, not to mention forests full of goblins and bandits. Stay for the picturesque burnt-out ruins and bleached skeletons. And more bandits. So, that was the welcome they had. That suited them just fine, because there's nothing a champion likes more than the opportunity for a good old hero pose.
Well, that was short. Again?
All this screaming and running starts to get old.
Do you think it's the pose? Too much, perhaps?
It was rather impressive. We should ask when we catch them. You know, beat an answer out of them.
Right.
Ah. Right.
Okay.
Right. Well, those bandits made quite the mess of this place.
They really do deserve a good beating. There's just no excuse for untidiness.
We should split up. Find them before they bring reinforcements.
Onwards. Yes, I will go. At last! May you prove a worthy foe. Understood. Attack! I shall honor your command. Enemy! Nusala!
I'll take care of this. You're not laughing anymore.
Well, this is odd. He did that without waking up.
Turn around, Vargas.
Grunting, really? Why can we never find an educated opponent?
You're back, brother.
I shall deliver a sermon with my fists.
It didn't take much to deal with those bandits. They ran off, yelling the usual threats. "I'll tell the boss about this. My brother's bigger than you." Meanwhile, our heroes were a bit stuck. With bandits, as with so much else in life, there's always the chance that there actually is a big brother or two. Deciding to head for a nearby town, Brother Anselm remembered, they wondered, how bad could it be? Well, actually, pretty bad. Really bad. Just bad. But there was one shining light in all this darkness, one ray of hope, one thing that the forces of evil ranged against the champions and the people of Anteria had not reckoned with. Me. As you can see, I was in a bit of a pickle. Do please resist the hanging around jokes. Having seen a bunch of beaten bandits come running past, soon followed by this lot, even I could put two and two together and see an opportunity. I called them over. They were justifiably suspicious. I mean, there I was, at pillory, with no one seeming to help. What would you think? I pointed out the people would have helped me, only they were a miserable, malnourished lot, tired of being beaten half to death by the bandits that had hung me up there. I knew Randall, leader of the local scallywags, was away for a time. I told the champions that and outright asked a favor. Could they help us get the town knocked into shape so we could defend ourselves and maybe help with the bandits? Mind you, wasn't much they could do for me. They cut me down, but those stalks, they were old magic. I was stuck until they could find the key. Funny how that didn't tip them off. Oh well. In return for a place to stay for a while, and a chance to show off what they could do in front of an audience, the champions agreed to help out. This is Anteria. Here lies our once beautiful village, and it will shine again because of you. So, yeah, thanks. Now then, let's look at how you can help. What do we have at our disposal for our little hobby project? Oh, that's not a lot, is it? Soon we will run out of building material. A distinct disadvantage when trying to build things. Luckily, I know how to get some. Let's build a house for a quarry worker. Perfect. Now, it will be some time before we get the new resources. Let's call it a day, shall we? What the... Oh, great. Look, the surviving bandits have launched a counterattack. They will be here soon. To prepare for the fight, let's go to our village. In the upcoming fight, healing potions could come in very handy. They have the power to restore some of your health if you get wounded. Unfortunately, the apothecary's workshop was destroyed because he wouldn't work for Randall, so we have to build a new one. Luckily, we have some building material again. Wonderful. Now the apothecary can craft us some nice little potions. Hurry up then.
You're a wise and noble client.
Good job. Now it's time to deal with those bandits.
Groom, fresh horses. We ride. One barricade finished. Only 3 more to go.
We are making too much noise. I'm afraid we'll attract the beasts of the forest.
It's unfortunate, but we have to fortify the town before Randall comes back.
Stand back, Nusala. Your arrows will barely scratch this one.
Indeed, let us handle him for you.
So manly and valiant. What would I do without you?
Well, we do our best.
I think that might have been sarcasm.
Really? Oh.
How about you stand back?
Well, that didn't.
Not finished yet.
I'm with you.
Onwards. On my way. Understood. It's an ambush!
We can use this, I believe, to halt our foe in his tracks. We can use this,
They are attacking! Randall managed to sneak in and block us from the castle. We must teach him a lesson. Okay.
In front. You'll never!
Take back the castle. Yeah, we know.
Because we are!
tough.
Nah, that's not dramatic enough. I think he wanted to say terrifying.
Yes, that definitely has more flair. Already trembling, see?
Stop it! Stop making fun of me! The forest will echo with the sounds of your screams!
Told you all that noise was going to attract something.
Perhaps we should tell him.
Ah!
He noticed. Shall we?
Oh, I think we've just met our match. Almost.
Indeed. Battling this one surely is the stuff of legend.
But against all odds, I'm sure our hard-won victory will be sweet.
I agree. This is exactly how we should tell it in the tavern. Home, friends.
Well, Randall and his lot had been defeated, and everyone was feeling pretty good for the first time in ages. I think they had a right to a party. I found the champions and took time to, well, to explain to them the trouble I'd just landed them in. Yes, I know I probably should have explained at the start that Randall and his bunch weren't really bandits, more like guards, watching to make sure no one tried to help me. Perhaps I should have told them before that I had been trapped in the stocks by a powerful mage called Kaelan Dark. A mage of distinctly vicious, terrible vengeance on those who cross me. Sort of who, I'm pretty certain, was planning something really bad. But I didn't know what. And, who would be very unhappy that the champions had helped me. All in all, I think they took it quite well. I apologized, of course, but explained that I didn't have much choice. Anteria was in trouble. What with Frostbeards and Broken Crown and who knew what else, all circling and looking for their piece of the old kingdom to exploit, the champions were the best hope for the people. And I'd do my bit too, if they could set me free. Anyway, they wouldn't be fighting the real battles. General Fidelis, a mercenary commander, had been imprisoned by Randall. He started gathering his scattered men to the beginnings of an army. The champions would handle the smaller stuff, much less dangerous. Mostly. So, it was time to start rebuilding Anteria. Once we were done with the posing. I am glad you have decided to help us free Anteria. Couldn't do it without you. No, really. Today was a success, and I'm sure it'll be followed by many more. Still, the village has to be rebuilt, and there'll be many more battles to be fought, I'm sure. It won't be easy, but it will be worth it. Imagine their little faces. Bless. Did you decide which territory we will free first? All right, steady on now. Before we go, we need to replenish and prepare our village for the future. You are running low on water material, which is used to create potions. I know, who knew? I'm going out on a limb here, but a water carrier could just be the solution. The village lost good people when Randall was rampaging around. You can use your growing reputation, your renown, to draw them back, half-starved and covered in mud. Anyway, they'll help us out, and maybe have information to pass on. See how fast we run out of building material? We are demanding more than a single quarry worker can handle, poor sod. Let's build some more. If nothing else, it'll give them someone else to talk to down at the inn. Our current sector already looks a bit crowded. Time for another one, I think. To get a new sector, we have to find a brave person willing to do their duty in a watchtower. Our villagers won't go to a new sector without a bit of protection, which is fair enough. Use your renown to find a suitable mug. I mean, brave and noble citizen. More land, more thrilling opportunities, more insects to nibble exposed body parts. That's it for now. We should invest in other resources soon, and the skill tree offers us a lot of opportunities for next time. But now, I'm afraid it's time to fight. Now, this is sad. In a minute, this bloke's life is going to get that little bit harder. I'm not sorry about that, not at all. This git shortchanged me once when I bought some shoes. Deserves everything that's coming to him. Shoes are rubbish, too. I have a lot of respect for the Dune tribe, ruled by queens, deep thinkers. They never had time for war, because it's a waste of lives and precious resources. They trade with the likes of this lot, gems and such like, useless to the Dune tribes, exchanged for medicines and stuff their people need to survive. One of the things they could teach us is how to battle the worst nature can throw at you. Far from lifeless, the desert has its share of bad guys and really unpleasant wildlife. That makes the Dune tribe a tough people, but they were never brutal. So, when the Dune tribe came out of the desert and started waging war, I knew we were in serious trouble.
To battle!
Into battle rode the champions, their resolve
The Dune tribe are small in number in this area. That should mean you can drive them out of their camps. Of course, their commanders aren't stupid and reinforcements are on their way. I suggest you secure the objectives as quickly as you can.
Yes?
Find a vantage point.
There we go.
Okay. What is it?
with a wandering hero, Balthazar, heard what was happening in Anteria and decided to grace our cause with his presence. A blessing, really. His warrior skills, tactical acumen, and winning way with people would be of huge benefit to us. At least, that's what he told us. Personally, the rest of us thought the arrogant blowhard was such a pain in the posterior that he was run out of everywhere else. Still, he was pretty good in a fight, so we let him stick around.
My bow is yours to command.
Anteria stands with us.
As the champions rode off, they left unresolved.
This doesn't sit well with me. I prefer a straight fight to all this cloak and dagger stuff. Still, needs must. There's a Dune tribe commander in this area. Bringing down this one individual could shorten the war here, saving other lives on both sides.
Okay.
Okay.
Does someone else want to take on this foe?
Ready. I'll be swift as a loose arrow.
I need help?
See? Bless little Weissler. Sweet, smart, innocent, impossibly clever, and very earnest. A little clumsy, too, we think. Oh, and she can mix a concoction that'll freeze you solid, strip you down to your bones, and then blow your bones up. Likely she won't mean to do any of that. It's probably an experimental medicine for your receding hair or your acne. She was a great addition to our team of champions, but we never let her buy the drinks.
Balthazar!
Loins girded, courage screwed to the...
Our scouts report no sign of our enemies in this land, but that doesn't mean it will be easy to take it. The local bandits will likely offer some resistance, so we need to take some preemptive action. Repair all the ruined fortifications so we can strengthen our control over this territory.
Right.
Readiest! And we go.
A recipe.
The Blade Storm more than lived up to her name. Anselm, Vargas, and Nusala had all heard of her, so were eager to let her join our cause. Vargas later admitted that he had seen her in action once, fighting against the army he was hired to fight with. She was a sight to see, he admitted. Graceful, deadly, beautiful. Frankly, when she even looked in my direction, I fouled my armor. Glad she was on our side this time. The tribes of the north. Brave warriors, but also craftsmen, artists and poets. Proud, noble, strong-willed and strong-minded. None of those things could be said about the Frostbeards. Mindless thugs. Various tribes fight each other as much as they fight us Anterians. I suppose it's one way to stay warm in the snowy wastes. It's also the one thing that has kept the Frostbeards transitioning from being a proper pain in the posterior to being a serious threat. I'd heard rumors that a new chief had been making noises about uniting the Frostbeard tribes. Apparently Apparently, he had found a creative solution to bring the different chiefs together. Don't know how. Anyway, however he did it, the Frostbeards molded into one big force. Their next attack wasn't some little raid. It was war.
What do you need? Huzzah!
Loins girded, courage screwed to the...
Their king might be trying to run an organized campaign, but the Frostbeards still have a love of plunder. In this area, the raiding parties overstretch themselves. They've taken over a few locations, and more of them are on their way. But we have a chance to drive them out before that happens. I'd get a move on, though, if I were you.
Indeed.
Yes, indeed. The element.
Off to make new discoveries. What? My, this is so exciting. Action at last.
And they're off! The champions are making a...
It seems the Frostbeards are big on violence, not so big on security. We found out that one of their leaders, such as they are, is in the area, probably looking for plunder of his own. Or taking it from his own men. Doesn't matter. Just deal with him, and it'll throw the rest of them into confusion.
Yep.
Right.
Yes. Looks tougher than the others.
Possessing the social skills of a rampaging troll and the personal hygiene of a rampaging troll's loincloth, Tarn was known as the Beastmaster. This was mainly on account of him being the master of beasts. This just goes to show that for some people, the name says it all. Setting Tarn loose in a battle had the same effect on the enemy as it would do on you if you dropped a wasp nest into a bear pit, then, after smearing yourself in honey, you jumped in yourself. Mind you, we're not sure if he actually killed anyone, or if they killed themselves after they caught a whiff. On the left, there is Osbold. On the right, Ratty. These brothers have a brief but very important role to play in all of this. Over the years, these two had been responsible for theft of livestock, highway robbery, a few muggings, and a general lack of common sense and decency. What they lacked in planning and forethought, they more than made up for in suicidal stupidity. We do owe them a debt of gratitude, however. I mean, credit where credit's due. They had the rare good sense to run home and tell their mum what they'd seen. The Broken Crown were back, and they'd been recruiting. Thanks, lads. Nice job.
Groom, fresh horses. We ride.
Balthazar!
As the champions rode off, they left unresolved.
Fendrel is playing it smart this time. The Broken Crown want to bleed out our defensive forces by stealing vital supplies. Defend our supply stashes, and don't let the enemy steal from them.
Where does this
Okay. I have served honorably.
Yeah. After a while, we started to hear word from the deserts that began to make some sense. The Dune tribe relied on oases for survival in the deep deserts, like anyone else does. One by one, they found those oases choked by strange growths, and the water turned to foul poison. Slowly, they were being driven to the edge of the desert. Rumor has it that the leader of the Dune tribe, Queen Nuaba, encountered a djinn at one oasis. The djinn told Nuaba that the evil that was killing the desert and the Dune tribe originated in Anteria. If Queen Nuaba could destroy that evil, her people would be free. The djinn gave her a magic belt that would increase her strength, giving her the power to save her people and the desert. Trouble is, she was lied to. The djinn was now controlling Queen Nuaba. The once benevolent leader was now driving her people to war.
Rally to me!
Into battle rode the champions, their resolve strong.
Balthazar!
Yes, indeed.
Right, okay. Yes,
Right.
yes.
The Jinn told me you would come. You have defiled our sands, choked our oases. The wrath of the desert will be your reward. The scorpions, or the children of the desert. And the desert will grant you no mercy.
Yep.
You are strong, but the desert is stronger. The desert is eternal, and I am its queen. I am the storm that would strip your flesh from your bones.
That if I were you.
I will strike at you. Can defeat me. Defeat the Jin in You will never defeat me. This vessel is mine. All life shall fall. You shall fall.
Bad people. More lime next time, yes?
The skies are mine to command! I am the storm that destroys all!
No.
And that was it. Queen Nuaba and the Dune tribe were defeated. Only that wasn't it, of course. I mean, what do you take us for? Queen Nuaba survived. Whatever spell Kalen put her under was broken. That was something that would have killed you or me, but Nuaba was tough as they come. Wounded and weary though she was, she called off her soldiers, and peace returned. She and the champions thrashed out a deal. With the fighting over, the Dune tribe could settle for a while at the edge of the desert, while we all tried to figure out what that insufferable goiter Kalen was up to. All we could do was hope our charming opponent had no idea how well we were doing. The trick to having an impregnable fortress is making sure that your enemy knows it's supposed to be impregnable. Although we'd won a few victories against the Broken Crown, it was wrong to think even for a moment that we had them on the run. Not so long as this fellow was leading. Vargas's older brother, Fendrel, the git who broke up the Legion. We'd heard reports that he was unstoppable on the charge. No one's unstoppable. Well, that's what we hoped. Trouble is, no one told him that. Particularly his parents. I mean, come on. A couple of smacked bottoms, and this might all have been avoided.
Groom, fresh horses. We ride.
Loins girded, courage screwed to the sticking place.
Onwards. Right.
Yes.
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 Okay.
For Anteria!
Is that all you've got? You poxy little monkeys.
Okay.
Right.
Finally! Our first assault failed miserably. The main gate is too heavily defended by ballista towers. We do have a plan to deal with them. You have to capture the nearby catapults and use them to destroy the ballista towers. Take the path our scouts have discovered to get there. It's too narrow for a big assault. We'd be seen and ambushed. You can use it to quietly slip behind the enemy lines and surprise them.
Right.
Okay.
An enemy champion. Magnificent.
Oh, great. Bad people.
A recipe for success.
Yes.
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 Fire the mortars! Okay.
Blew him apart like detonation.
Okay. Run! Run, you little fools! Yes. Run, little mice! Run, run, run!
Right.
Did we win? Of course we won! I mean, Balthazar was here!
Okay.
I'll need a special potion.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, well done. Ha! I don't need those stupid towers to stand against you.
The towers have been destroyed. Charge for Anteria!
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
This isn't going to be easy.
Yes.
Right.
Quick, where are my potions?
Too easy for Balthazar.
Okay.
I will require a sturdy shield for this. Right.
Yes. Right.
Seems like I have to take care of you by myself. See this? This armor will protect me. Oh, and please die quickly. I want to get on with celebrating my victory.
Of course.
All of my armor to destroy the likes of you.
My armor!
You will pay for that in blood. Those bits of armor were bloody useless anyway.
You got lucky this time, but I still have some tricks left. What? Get over here, lads. Show them why I'm not done yet. While I get patched up, you can show them how well you dance. Mortars, fire!
Yes.
Mortars, fire! Well, that was not as good as I expected. No matter. I do not need either fancy armor nor hired help to kick your asses! Come on, then. What are you waiting for?
Ready now. All set. lost a lot of blood.
Balthazar.
With the defeat of their leader, the Broken Crown surrendered. Vargas got back at his brother Fendrel for bringing down the Crown Legion back in the day, and for the nasty things he called their mother when she wasn't listening. Still, Vargas knew that bygones had to be bygones, so he made sure to leave a touching tribute to his brother's memory. Beautiful, so it is. Beautiful. We'd been meeting the Frostbeards toe to toe, and we'd been beating them. The key to being a great commander is, as Vargas was always reminding us, listening to your men and motivating them with discipline and understanding. Despite all their defeats, the Frostbeards weren't giving up. Whatever perks they were getting were obviously hitting the spot. Their fighters were as motivated as ever. As the champions rode off, they left unresolved the suggestion.
Ready to fight the good fight. Not this way, it seems. Okay.
Okay, right. What?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
have to try another way.
Right.
Right, okay. This could block the path. Not bad. Let's go see what's there.
Yes, indeed.
What? How did they make it up here? I'm not ready for this. King Brent commands we pull back. Get out of the way! Clear the path, Brent!
Yes.
Don't let them reach us, Brent! Yeah, good idea! Let him eat rocks!
Yep. I'm going there now, see? Damn it! We're blocked. I fight on, my friends. In your honor.
As you wish.
Of course. Best get out of the way.
Ah! They're almost here! Run, Brent, run!
Tastes horrid, works wonders. Perfect.
Wouldn't do that if I were you.
Well, at least it works.
You almost killed me, you dolt! Was that deliberate? Yeah, we'll discuss this later. No, run, you moron, run!
Yes, indeed.
Understood.
Yes?
Yes, right.
Magnificent.
A recipe for success. What? On my way. Ready now.
Yes, indeed.
Right.
Okay. Yep, of course. Best get out of the way. I'm going there now, see? As you wish.
Oh, come on. Blocked.
I am alone.
Understood. On my way.
How is this possible? You useless lump! Try harder next time or else! Right, let's go!
What?
Try to dodge this one!
I will never...
I lost a lot of blood. Just like Nanny used to make. Marvelous.
Lovely roasted human! Brit here just loves them crispy!
Funny thing about betrayal, it always comes back to bite you on the bum. Turns out this little charmer came out of nowhere as the new king's advisor. All of a sudden, they both vanish for a few weeks. The king turns up again, changed into a monster controlled by that bit of magic string. Well, at least we found common ground with the Frostbeards. The Frostbeards called a truce. To be honest, as soon as their king was defeated, most of them ran away. The ones that didn't stayed to give him a proper Frostbeard funeral. Oddly touching, that was. That was all very fishy. And that was it! The last faction threatening the people was beaten. We had won. All of us, together. Of course, there was lots of work still to do, sorting out actually running Anteria. At that point, though, nobody cared. You remember I mentioned the me being a proper plonker thing? Not noticing things? Yeah. The innkeeper. Bit of a surprise, that one. Though I had suspected for some time that he'd been watering down his drinks. The thing about my old chum Kay, he was always a bit flashy. Proper show-off. Another thing, he was a gloater. I won't go over his whole speech. There was lots of, "You never saw me coming," kind of thing, in a really weird voice. He'd obviously been practicing for ages. Apparently, everything the champions had done was part of his plan to keep Anteria busy while he sorted out the return. Anyway, he finished his little performance with the happy refrain, "All life will fall," and then threw in an earthquake that shook the whole of Anteria. You know, just in case we hadn't worked out that what was happening was a bad thing. Well, wasn't that lovely? Scouts were sent to find out what had happened and where. Earlier, we'd been celebrating a great victory. Now, we were set for the fight of our lives against a spoiled brat who was still sulking about that time he got banished to the unliving dimension of the postulating god, he who cannot be pronounced. Unbearable prat. He was like that at school, too.
Look at me, I'm the Dark Lord.
Melodramatic twonk. Into battle rode the champions, their resolve strong.
Ready to fight the good...
Okay. Balthazar!
Ready now.
Yes.
Right.
You know the mission. You know there is only one way this mission ends. It ends with an overwhelming victory. Our victory! Look around you. Take a good look at the men and women standing next to you. Remember their faces. One day, you will tell your children and your grandchildren that you served with such men and women as Anteria had never seen before or since. You will tell them that together you accomplished a feat that will be told and retold through the ages. You will find immortality, such as only gods dream of. Know this too. I am proud to serve with you for Anteria!
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Magnificent. Right.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. They should have stayed in bed today. Okay.
You attack me in my home. What's wrong? Could you not wait? I would have got to you eventually. Did Brian come along too? I do hope so. I'm looking forward to that school reunion. For now, I shall settle for teaching you a lesson. A minor inconvenience, I assure you. Tell you what, just for you, as you came all this way, I will unleash the true powers of the unliving dimension, like this.
Champions, go after Dark. You have to stop him. We will buy you what time we can.
This one?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
So impatient. Really? Such a bad habit. I haven't finished powering up my sword. So be it. I will crush you first, gather more power, and then deal with the rest of Anteria. I think I'll save Brian for last. In the meantime, shall we?
Of course.
Gah! I have no time for this nonsense. Oh, I know. Charging up the sword will be so much faster in the unliving dimension. Care to join me?
Yes, we'll go see what's there.
Oh, actually, I rather hoped you wouldn't dare. But it does not matter. You cannot harm me. Not in my dimension. I have spent centuries here. Now, as a special surprise just for you, as soon as I have finished this ritual, you get to see my final form. Trust me, you'll simply die.
Of course.
Has come. Nobody can stop me now. Revenge will be mine. The world will be mine. Finally, after all these long centuries. Eternal, undying pain and suffering for everyone who made fun of me at school. Disgusting, but effective.
That feels better. Must work on the taste, though. least it works. That feels better. Must work on the taste, though.
I will rip your bodies apart! And then wash my hands.
Tastes horrid, works wonders. Perfect.
Time to hurl.
Oh, minty.
Just like Nanny used to make. Marvelous.
I feel good. Tastes like poo-poo, though.
I shall honor your code.
This is impossible. I worked
So hard on this. Oh, poop.
What did I say about hero poses? Oh, just can't resist them. Anyway, that was that. The rest you probably know. The champions stuck around. They had been selfless in their sacrifice, stoically enduring hardships that would have killed ordinary men and women, all because the cause was just and noble, and gave them the chance to look so damn good at moments like this. Now, I could tell you what happened next, but frankly, I could do with the rest. What about me? Oh, you know, I get by. What? You hadn't figured out why Kalen stuck me in those stocks? Shame on you. Hero pose. See you again. Soon.
All right, everyone. 1, 2, 3. Hero pose.
How long do we have to keep this up?
Not long. Now, focus, people.
I have an itch.
No, sir. You have fleas.
Balthazar does not have such things.
He does not have fleas. If you say so. Only I can see them. You cannot see.
Dear gods! I can see them too! Get away from me, you animal!
Now, let's not be judgmental.
keep it together.
Why? It's gone dark.
It has? When did...
A moment ago.
Quite a few moments ago, my friend.
I'm going now. To have a bath.
Balthazar will help you, lady.
Balthazar will do no such thing, or Balthazar's body will never be found.
Balthazar will stay here. And I don't have fleas!
Why are we still posing?
It's good exercise.
Vargas, I think you may need help.
That's what I've been trying to tell you. Wait for me, Nusala!
I need something to eat.
Balthazar needs a drink. This posing thing is hard work.
And transition? Oh, yes. Still got it.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't tell you everything. Sorry about that. So, this is what happened.